together, big little load. Pretty darn amazing what that, even though it doesn't dig deep. And all the residue, we're not burying any residue, we're leaving it all on top. We're not taking out the root clumps, the root balls are still in the ground. It'll take out weeds, not huge tall weeds, but weeds of 4 to 5, 6 inches, it'll wipe them right off. It fractures the soil, it doesn't run deep. It'll run 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch first time over on hard ground. And the second time it'll go a little bit deeper, but in the meantime it's mulching everything and leaving all the residue and finer ground up dirt on top, preserving the subsoil moisture. And right now this year that's a key feature, because a field cultivator or a disc is going to fracture 3 to 4 inches deep. You've got to have a crumbler or something on the back to break down those clods right then, or you're really in trouble. And even if you do, you're still going to be a lot less field moisture as compared to this system here, because I'm not tilling any deeper than 1 inch at most, and you can look right down to the ground and see that there's moisture right at the finish depth of this tool. So I think it's a winner. Lay these stalks down like you see them right here, and then they'll have time to lay there wet and rot and wet and rot. And by spring, then run out to that field prior to planting. And I don't mean 3 weeks prior, I mean a day prior. Run those fields and plant, and you'll have gobs of moisture, you'll have mellow soil, and the residue will be much less than you see it right here, right now. This tool, we saw this tool over at Kansas City Farm Show. It's made in Australia. It's a whole different critter. We've seen frames much like the Phillips or the Phoenix. It's hard to explain, but the residue hits the ground after the dirt's already come down out of the dirt mass that's flowing in behind that thing or in the air as it goes by at 10 miles an hour. The dirt hits the soil first, the organic matter and the stalk tissues, all that comes on, lays down on top, and that's exactly where I want them, because I don't want that stuff in the root zone, in a planting zone, and seed zone.
Diamond Harrow 45 rice. How many acres per hour do you think that you could do with this?
Did a little math at 8.2 miles an hour, and that's what I was running with a front wheel assist 250 horse tractor. Front wheel assist 250 horse. At 8.2 miles an hour, I called up a friend and punched some numbers on the calculator, and I said, hey, if we're figure it 42 feet wide, because I'm 45 foot wide in the Harrow, so figure it 42 at 8 miles an hour, and do the math, and it ends up 42 point some odd acres per hour. So you take the turning, you take the turnarounds out of it, and you're back down to probably 35, 37 acres an hour. But that's not too shabby for a front wheel assist pulling something that's going to do this kind of work in this field. Well, stress. Don't expect to think that you're going to go out here with this chain and this Harrow. That's why Harrow, is a strong word. because they're not going to till 2, 3, 4 inches deep. They'll get there. They will never get below. They'll never get deeper than 2 inches, unless you just got flat out sand and soft areas. But in this heavy blacker soil, if I run an inch deep, I'm tickled, because that top inch is a nice cover for the moisture underneath, and I can plant right through it. The soil texture underneath is just like it was from spring thaw. The compaction, very little. The tractor's light, only weighs about 26,000. I've got huge tires dualed on it, and this chain Harrow makes a real nice match. I could pull it faster than what I'm running, but I don't want to. I want to give the chain a little time to dig and to tear up the stalks. I could run at 12.5, 13 mile an hour out here, but that doesn't gain me anything. It might look sweet, but it's not. Give it a little time to work, slow down a little bit, and let the chain do its work. And I think people that have stopped on the road, walked out in the field, stopped me, talked to me, it's been a joke. It's been a big laughing matter for me. I've had guys with vertical tillage equipment stop, look. I've had them in my field. That vertical tillage unit, it's great for what it does, but there's things it doesn't do, and it does not fill ruts. It doesn't level soil, and this machine will come out here and crush stalks, level soil, fill ruts, and protect your moisture. And it's 45 foot wide. Doesn't take a monster tractor to pull it, where a 24-foot vertical tillage tool, you got to have a couple hundred horse in front of it, and then you're struggling sometimes. It's not a walk in the park. This machine is. It's a sweet little tool. And if you've got terraces, this thing will snake over a terrace and do the same tillage on the top or sidewalls or bottom of a terrace. Really nice. It doesn't gouge it. It doesn't displace the soil. It just tills it, breaks it up, and it follows the contours of waterways, surface drains, whatever. It will perform in a vast array of conditions